What's good? Welcome back to my channel. I know you haven't seen any videos. I haven't been uploading at all, so I want to keep y'all updated. I still have the Mustang and I still have the 350Z. I'm going home right now from the gym. I'm gonna go over what has been done to the 350Z, why I haven't been uploading and all that. I'm just keeping y'all updated. I'm gonna start recording more. I know I say that a lot on all my videos, but a lot of things been going on. A lot of setbacks with the cars, but we're here. Still got the Mustang. Nice little downshift. But yeah, I'm gonna pick this camera up when I get home and go over what has been done to the 350Z. I mean, before I put the camera down, look, just listen to that Coyote engine. Stock mufflers, just a resonant delete and a cat delete and a custom dyno tune. So I just can't wait till we start buying more mods for this car. Gotta get an intake. Want to get on E85 just to see how much horsepower I can get out of it. I don't think I'm gonna go long tube headers yet. I'm just trying to do, trying to get the most out of it with stock headers as of now. I don't want to pay someone. You gotta, remove the the motor mounts, I believe, in order to make room for the long tube headers, and I don't have a lift. I can't do that, and you gotta pay someone, charge you like $400 to do that, plus you gotta look for the long tube headers for an extra 20 horsepower. I mean, I already got a cat delete. I'll get it eventually, but it sounds nice already. Little downshift right here. Barely even on the gas, and it's that loud. Driving with one hand. And I gotta get an oil change for this car, so I'm trying not to drive this car as much. I'm like 16%. Or beat on it either. Just cause I gotta get an oil change. I don't wanna beat on it with, with old oil. I don't know how the oil is. I haven't been checking on it, so I don't know how the oil is. I don't know if it's black or so. Not trying to blow up my engine, that's for sure. But I'm gonna pick this back up when I get to my house. All right, so we just got home. About to have a cold start. Haven't turned it on since I brought it back. We're about to go over everything I've done to the vehicle. It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be very loud. Sorry, neighbors. Oh, man. Damn, I haven't driven this car in so long. Like, I feel like I haven't fully driven this car since last October, last year. Almost a year since I've actually fully went on it full throttle and all that. It's been a crazy long year. I have not been driving this car at all, which sucks because this is like the car that I actually want to build. I actually want to invest my time and money and build this car. I really love these cars. At first I didn't, I was a hater of 350Zs, but as I drove one, as my friend had one at the time, he took me for a ride in it. I fell in love with it, and even more once I started driving it. It's just something about this car. It's just so very driver-oriented vehicle. You just feel so connected with the vehicle, especially if you have a 6-speed manual. You definitely feel the connection with the car. I feel like my headlights are out. My right headlight. Let me just take a look. I've been having issues with that. I gotta get a new headlight. I gotta get a new headlight. Oh no, they're on. Okay. Guess we're good. Yeah, so we're about to take it out for a drive. Park at a parking lot. I don't know where to take this car. So we're just gonna go for a drive and find like an empty parking lot, you know, where there's a little bit of lighting. And I'm gonna go over everything that I have done to my 350Z. It's a 2007, so it has a HR motor in it. So we're about to go drive around, and I'm gonna pick the camera back up. All right, so we made it to a car wash. I'm not gonna wash the car because I don't have any quarters on me or any bills to exchange them for quarters, but we are gonna go over everything that we've done to the 350Z since I've owned the vehicle, why I haven't been driving it, and yeah, I'm gonna just go over it. So when I bought this vehicle, I've had a 5th gear grind. So every time I'll go in 5th, it will always grind. Unless I double clutched it, it will always grind going in 5th. I didn't realize that when I bought the vehicle. When I was driving, I didn't go through all the gears. I just went up to 4th gear. We were like city driving kind of, so I didn't really get up to like 5th gear. So a couple days later, once I bought the vehicle, I've noticed that there was 5th gear grind, and I was like, damn, all right, whatever. Wasn't a big deal for me. I started having issues around last year, 2020. My transmission, well, just in general, when I would start shifting gears, you know, going to 3rd, going to 4th, it was just very weird. It would make like a metal sound. It sounded like grind, but it didn't feel like the grind. Like 5th gear grind, I knew it was grinding, but the other gears just sounded so different. It's like a different sound, a different feeling in the shifter. When I would shift gears, it was just totally different. But it started happening once. One of my friends, my cousin actually, he asked to drive my vehicle, and I was with him. Obviously, I was on the passenger side. He was driving it. We were just going from my house to my friend's house, and he knows how to drive stick, per se. I mean, he let me drive his car when I learned how to drive manual. So we were just going like 30 miles per hour. He's in 3rd gear. As he would slow down, I would notice that he didn't downshift. He would just leave it in 3rd. Once he got to like around like 15, 13 miles per hour and the traffic would start moving again, he'll just speed up in the same gear. I didn't really say anything. I'm like, whatever. I didn't think much of it. And after that, like once I saw him, he didn't beat on my car. He just didn't know how to downshift, I guess, and would just ride on 3rd gear. Even if you're going like 12 miles per hour, he'll still be in 3rd, and then he'll just, you know, I guess put the engine under load, basically. After that, I just started having issues with shifting. Before that, I had no issues. I've always had only 5th gear grind. Every other gear, it would just shift perfectly. It was just 5th gear. But after I let him drive it, I started having issues with that. And I'm just like, you know what? Maybe it was the clutch gave out, or something with the trans is going on its way out. So my conclusion was it was the trans. And so fast forward, I ordered a transmission. So I bought one from Concept Z Performance. It was the same exact one that the HR comes with, which was the JK41B, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the transmission that comes with the 07 and 08 HRs. Is a JK41B, I believe. So I ordered that, and let me turn off the vehicle. I ordered that, the transmission. I took it to a shop. The shop, actually, the one that I got my Mustang down tuned, I took it there. And, you know, the reason why it took me this long to even get the trans is because a brand new transmission is like $2,100, with shipping and everything was like $2,400. So I dropped about $2,400 for a brand new transmission. So I bought it because I was like, might as well. I have 5th gear grind. I'm having troubles with, it'll go into gear in every gear, but it was just, I'll show you guys when I start driving. You guys will probably be able to hear it, but let me just go through everything that went wrong. So we got the transmission. I dropped it off. Before I even bought the transmission, I bought a clutch and a flywheel. Like, I bought a Concept Z clutch. I forget what stage it was, but I just bought it. It came with the flywheel, clutch, and pressure plate. You know, the whole clutch assembly. Bought it, installed it myself. Still having the same issues. I didn't even install the flywheel because it sent me the wrong flywheel, so I just reused the same flywheel that already came originally with this car. Didn't fix the problem. I'm like, after that, it was already like $700 spent right there. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just send it, buy a new trans. I mean, I'm gonna have to replace it anyways. So I'm like figuring maybe it's just a trans, it's just giving out. Bought a brand new trans, got it installed. We used the same clutch, flywheel, and everything. We're still having the same issues actually with the brand new trans. Mechanic said it could be the clutch. You know, you're using two different brand clutches. I'm using a JWT flywheel with the Concept Z clutch and pressure plate. So I ordered an action clutch stage 2 clutch assembly with their aluminum lightweight flywheel, I believe it is. Ordered that. We got that installed. Still doing the same issues, like going into gears. So after that, we believed it could have been the master, because when you order a brand new clutch, I mean a brand new transmission, you get these concentric slave cylinder. It comes brand new with the transmission. So the slave was brand new, the trans is brand new, and now we just got a new clutch and it's brand new. It wasn't doing it at first when we installed the clutch. It finally went away. But as I was driving it and putting in a couple miles, because the braking period is about like 1,000 miles on the transmission, I believe, and 1,000 miles on the clutch. So I wasn't ripping it at all. I was just, daily driving, 3,000, 4,000 RPMs, baby shifting, not going crazy on the car, not trying to beat on it because I'm trying to, I want this transmission to not break on me. It's a brand new trans and clutch. So that's overall right there already like 3,000 and plus labor. So eventually it started happening as I kept driving. It started coming back, and I was just like confused on why. I have a brand new clutch. I have a brand new, basically everything: transmission, clutch, flywheel, pressure plate. I even got the heavy duty throwout bearing, brand new slave. So we concluded it could be the master. I mean, it could have also been the clutch. He said it might be a defect from factory. The clutch probably came defective, and maybe it's just the clutch. But there's no guarantee. But we also believe it could be the master too. And I heard on the forums that the master cylinders on the 07, 08 are like very weak. They give out after 100,000 miles, and my car has 112 or 111,000 miles. So I ended up ordering a Tilton master cylinder. It was an upgraded one. I bought that, ordered it was like $250 or $230, I believe. Ordered that, we got that installed. Still the same issues. He said it because after all this, I'm just like, damn. Like I'm just trying to drive this car. I have OCD. I don't want to have any issues. Like when you spend and buy a brand new transmission, a new clutch, you got everything brand new now, essentially, besides the clutch lines. You want this car to drive perfect. Like you don't. It's like almost like a brand new car. So he said it could be the clutch. We won't know until we take it apart. It could be the clutch and maybe just came defected, or he said it could be like a crankshaft end play. And I kind of like was confused. I'm like, it's basically the engine, like where the crankshaft is. So I was just like confused, but then it kind of made sense. Because I brought the scenario of when it started happening. I mentioned it to my mechanic. It started happening after my cousin drove my car. I had no issues until he drove it. And he would drive it and he wouldn't downshift. He knows how to go up, shift up to gears, like normals, go to second, go to third as you keep speeding up. But he wouldn't downshift. He would just leave it in third, and the RPMs would be like below 1 and going 12, 13 miles per hour, and then speed up in that same gear, speed up the catch up the speed in that same gear. So he said, yeah, that's actually something that could mess up with the crankshaft and sometimes even the timing belt. So at the moment, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know if I should sell it. I don't want to sell it because I already spent so much money. I might as well get it fixed. But I'm gonna see if I take it to a different mechanic, see if I get a second opinion. But it kind of made sense that when my cousin drove it, it may have caused the crankshaft end play and messed up something there where it connects with the flywheel and the crankshaft. and it's probably the reason why I'm having that issue, because it only happens after like over 3,000 RPMs. But if I'm baby shifting it, it doesn't happen. So it could be just the clutch. Maybe I just got a bad clutch, or it could be the crankshaft end play, whatever. I don't know how he described it. I just know something with the crankshaft. And he says basically like abuse or like overloaded and things like that. And it kind of made sense that he kind of did overloaded my engine, because he was driving in third gear and only going like 12, 13 miles per hour. Like, you're supposed to be in second at least, or even first, just slow down and throw it back into second or third or first, and then drive from there. But he was in third. He never downshifted. And after that, when I was that same day, as I was driving back home, I noticed that sound, and I'm like, this is so weird. Like, I never had that issue. And of course, the one time you let someone drive it, it goes, something breaks or something goes wrong, and you don't want to just blame the person like, oh, you owe me a new trans or whatever, But yeah, that's my issue so far with this car. That's the reason why I haven't been able to drive it, because I don't know if it's the crankshaft or it's just a bad clutch. I don't want to blow up my engine, beating on it either. And I only have 300 miles still on the new trans and new clutch. So, I'm going to drive it. I want you guys to hear it. Let me know what you guys think it is. Any feedback, please. Like, I really just want to get this fixed. So I'm going to start driving it. And hopefully you guys can hear it. It mostly is when I'm going to third and fourth. And sometimes maybe fifth. But it's not like a grind. It's just weird. Like, you guys will probably hear it. So let's go for a drive real quick. We just downshift. I don't know if you guys heard that. It did it in third and a little bit in fourth, but hopefully you guys heard that. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm trying to get you guys to hear it because it comes from right here where the shifter's at. I'm pretty sure you guys heard that one going into third. Pretty sure you guys heard that one. And I'm fully like pressing down on the clutch, so it's not like I'm not pressing all the way down. I am, but it just does it. And it's even hard, like even if I put it trying to go into first, it's still hard too. Nothing in second, but as soon as I go in third, just does it when I go to third or fourth. And it's a brand new trans, it's a brand new clutch, slave, master, everything. I don't know, maybe it needs readjustment in the clutch pedal. Maybe it's not disengaging all the way. I don't know. Just give me any ideas at this point. I'm getting from my mechanic, basically, he said it could be the clutch again. Like, maybe it just is a bad clutch from action clutch, and I need to maybe exchange it. Or it could be the crankshaft end play. It shouldn't make that sound when you're going to third and fourth, like grinding. Or it feels like almost like a grind. Like maybe it is a grind, but it has to be something. I don't know. Maybe clutch is bad and I just need to get another one. Maybe it just came bad from, I got a batch, not a batch, but a bad clutch from action, and maybe it has a defect. I don't know. Oh, even in second. Look at that. Even in second, it did it. Yeah, this is crazy. I don't understand why I'm still having issues after getting a brand new trans, brand new clutch, flywheel, heavy duty throwout bearing, brand new slave, brand new upgraded master cylinder. I mean, could it be the clutch lines? I gotta take a look at the clutch fluid and see if it's, you know, low. Maybe it needs more fluid in the trans. I don't know, but everything's brand new. I feel like I don't know what it is. So if you guys have an idea, please just let me know. Comment whatever down below, or if you guys had similar issues with this. But I don't know what else it could be. I don't know if it could be what he said, the crankshaft, you know, end play, or it's just the clutch. You know, maybe the clutch is bad, or maybe I need a readjustment on the clutch pedal. Maybe it's not disengaging all the way, because, you know, since I got the Tilton, it's, you know, it grabs almost a lot lower than stock. So it does grab a lot lower, closer to the firewall, or like where you know, when you press all the way down, you lift off a little bit, and then you can feel it grab. So maybe it just needs to get readjusted. I don't know, but please just let me know. Comment down below what you guys might think it is.